This is the Reolink E1 Outdoor Pro security camera that has a 4K resolution with an 8 megapixel sensor. It offers smart tracking, remote panning control, and Wi-Fi 6 support at an affordable price. Inside the box you get the camera, the wall mounting bracket with the mounting screws, the power cable, and this needs to be plugged in into the wall to be able to be powered on. This also has an extension cable that measures 4.5 meters, which equals to 14 feet and 9.16 inches. There's also an Ethernet cable if you choose to connect it this way instead of doing it over Wi-Fi. It's a very short cable though, so you will need to buy a longer one if you plan on routing this from the inside to the outside of your home. And it also includes a quick start guide, the waterproof lid installation guide, a sticker to help you drill the holes for the screws, and this will help you align the holes for the ceiling or for the side of the wall. You also get a 24-hour surveillance sticker to let people know that this home is protected by Reolink security cameras. The setup was quick and easy. This supports the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz network, and it is Wi-Fi 6 compatible. Since I already have a Reolink account with security cameras from them set up, this was automatically detected on the app, and I just followed the prompt on my phone and it connected right away. The installation was also very simple. If you're going to be mounting this on drywall, they included some drywall anchors. You can either mount this on the ceiling or on the side of the wall with the included mounting bracket. This has a quick release plate and you can release it by sliding this part back. Now, one of the downsides about wired cameras is that depending on where your outlet is located, you will have a limited range of where you can install this camera compared to the battery operated ones. Now, taking a closer look at the security camera, this has a compact body that has an IP64 water resistant rating. The camera has a large lens that houses an 8 megapixel sensor at an f2.8 aperture. This has a focal length of 2.8mm to 8mm and it records in 4K at 20 frames per second. So the video quality during the daytime is excellent, it looks sharp and clear. I am really impressed with the video quality on this camera. This also has night vision, and the infrared night vision can see up to 40 feet at night. And during the night, the lens aperture opens up to f1.6, which allows the sensor to capture more light, resulting in a better image quality in low light conditions. This also has a built-in spotlight that has a brightness intensity of 180 lumens. The light is bright for a security camera, and it's more than enough light to cover the view of the camera. The camera detection on this is great. It takes roughly less than half a second for the spotlight to activate when someone walks into frame. The security camera pans 355 degrees horizontally and 55 degrees vertically. An awesome thing is that this features smart tracking. This will automatically track people, vehicles, or pets that get into frame. This did a really good job at keeping track of me while I walked by, but the automatic tracking is a little slow and it's also not smooth. So if somebody walks by too fast or if they run by, it won't be able to keep up with them. Now, this has not worked 100% of the time. There have been times when it doesn't follow someone even if they're walking slow. And this has happened about 8 times in the last 3 days. I hope that Reolink continues to improve this with software updates. The motors on this are audible, so anyone that is passing close by will be able to pick up on the sound and notice that they are being tracked by the camera. The tilt noise is very low and hard to hear when you pass by. The panning is the only one that can be heard, so you won't be able to be stealthy. You can also manually control the panning and tilt through the app. Depending on the strength of your internet connection, the command delay may vary. I have mine connected via Wi-Fi and it takes roughly 1 second with my monitoring connection. Now, something to keep in mind is that since we are dealing with 4K footage, these files are much larger than 1080p or 1440p files. Your storage will be used up much faster, so I recommend going with a higher capacity memory card. This will also depend on how much activity there is in the area that you position the camera. For reference, just 3 days of footage already took up 42 GB of data. The memory slot is located underneath the lens, so you will need to tilt the camera upwards to reveal it. The SD card slot has a cover to keep dust and water out. The security camera can take up to 256 GB of storage. I have 128 GB on mine and it has been filling up pretty quickly. Now you can set the videos to overwrite older ones if you run out of storage. If you want access to higher storage capacity, this can be connected to an NVR. So an issue that I ran into with this camera a couple of days ago is that there was some condensation in the inside of the lens. So I reached out to Reolink and their support team was very quick. If you encounter this issue, make sure to bring the camera inside and remove the SD card and leave it like that for a couple of hours until the condensation is gone. And then when you insert the SD card, make sure that the cover is completely closed, otherwise you may encounter this issue again. One of the great things about wired cameras compared to battery operated one is that you are no longer limited to 60 seconds of recording. This will keep recording until the motion ends. You can also set for how long it should continue recording after the activity ends. You get the option of 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 1 minute. Another great thing about the camera being wired is that you can set a schedule for when you want the camera to continuously record. Another great thing about the security camera is that it's compatible with Google Assistant and Alexa for hands-free viewing. You can ask Alexa or Google Assistant to show you the live feed through the respective smart display products. Now, taking a quick look at the app, there's a row of controls on the bottom of the live view. Starting from the left side, you can play and pause the live view. You can enable and disable the speaker, take a screenshot, and manually start recording video footage. These will get saved to your phone's gallery. You can also switch between 3 video qualities for the live view. There is clear, and this gives you the highest video quality. There's balance, and the last one is fluent. This uses less bandwidth, resulting in faster loading times. This will not change the recording resolution, it will keep recording in 4K. You can enable the two-way talk by tapping on the microphone icon on the bottom left. From here you can enable the microphone by tapping on the microphone icon, and you can adjust the microphone volume. The microphone and speaker are located on the back of the camera. The speaker quality is good enough to hold a conversation with your guest, and here's a quick speaker test.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. This is a quick speaker test coming from the Reolink E1 outdoor security camera. And this is what the audio will sound like to somebody passing by. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. This is a quick speaker test coming from the Reolink E1 outdoor pro security camera. And this is what the audio quality will sound like to your guests. So let me know your thoughts on the audio quality.
The alarm sound is loud enough to warn off intruders, and you will get a notification on your phone when it goes off. And here's what the alarm sounds like. You can also set your own custom message that will go off instead of the siren.
Hey, what are you doing?
Now getting back to the controls. The magnifying glass lets you zoom in the live view. Now the next icon lets you reposition your camera. From here you can also zoom in and you get a 3x zoom and it will automatically focus, but it does take a couple of seconds. You can also just manually focus it. On the top left there are 3 icons, and from here you can set an auto return position for the camera after the camera has moved from tracking someone. A neat thing is that you can set preset points for the camera to automatically move to different positions, and you can name each one. The next icon is the playback, and this lets you view all the video footage, and you can filter through the months and days. You can also clean up the timeline by filtering out the videos to show all motions or only people, cars, or pets, making it easier to find the event you're looking for. If we dive deeper into the settings, this is where you can make some adjustments to your camera. You can configure your Wi-Fi settings, make changes to the display, you can flip it vertically or horizontally. You can also change the recording resolution from 4K down to 1440p or down to 1296p. You can also change the frame rate to 25 frames per second from the default 20 frames per second, and this will give you smoother video, but it will also use up more data. If you want even better video quality, you can also adjust the bitrate. The higher the better, but it will take up more bandwidth. You can also set the night vision preference to black and white, color, or auto. From here you can also adjust the detection zone, and this lets you paint a zone where you want the camera to register motions to start recording. You can adjust the motion sensitivity from here and adjust the smart detection for people, vehicle, or pet motion. There's also a setting for how long someone needs to be in the detection zone for the alarm to go off, and you can adjust it for each category as well. You can also set the size of the object that can trigger the alarm. From here you can enable the auto tracking and select what subject it should track. You can adjust the tracking range and set a schedule for when the tracking should be enabled and disabled automatically. Overall, the Reolink E1 Outdoor Pro Security Camera offers a ton of features to help you tailor the recording to your exact preferences. This is a perfect camera for those that are looking for a security camera that offers excellent video quality with continuous recording. The smart tracking is a great touch on this camera, and though it isn't perfect, you can manually control it. If you're interested in this product, I will leave the link in the description. Alright, so that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you found the video helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more tech related videos, and I will talk to you on the next one.